Hi, my name is Sandra Wilson. I'm a clinical hypnotherapist who helps people with misophonia and extreme sound sensitivity. Now, in this video, I'm just going to explain a little bit about misophonia in your close personal relationship and the impact it can have. And you might feel very close to your partner, you love them, you have no reason why you would ever want to separate or escape from them. So why do you want to escape from them when they are eating or snoring or tapping or whistling or snoring loudly? And this is a big problem that I see quite a lot in my practice, and people often feel really guilty about it, as you can imagine. So it's important to understand that if you are somebody who struggles with your partner snoring, eating, chewing, tapping, whistling or whatever, to the point where you really want to just get away, it feels that extreme, you're certainly not alone, and you should not feel guilty because it's not something that you choose. The reaction that you have when you hear that sound is automatic. It can feel physical as well as emotional, and it's very, very confusing. Basically what's happening is your nervous system has just been triggered. So you're on high alert. The message that your nervous system has received from that sound is you need to get away, this is not safe, even though logically it does not make sense to you whatsoever. And many common triggers are noises that maybe many people wouldn't necessarily notice, so you just feel a little bit unusual in that. Snoring is a noise, especially loud snoring, that would certainly be a problem for many people. But if you have extreme sound sensitivity, you might not be able to cope with it at all, so you'll end up sleeping in separate rooms, which can of course, you know, there's a risk that it may drive a bit of a wedge between the two of you. Other triggers can include chewing, the sound of breathing, the sound of swallowing or sniffing, coughing, throat clearing, that kind of thing. And it's not necessarily how loud those noises are, it is just the noise itself. And of course, you may notice that it's predominantly your partner that triggers you, but if you hear somebody else doing it or a pet doing it, you don't feel quite so triggered. And many people tell me that they just feel so guilty, they feel like the worst partner in the world. Why would this person want to stay with me? All I seem to do is moan at them or tell them to shut up when they're eating. I get very angry. I feel very unreasonable, very intolerant, and I just can't help it. So if you are somebody whose nervous system has become stuck in a very powerful protective place, then it is not your fault. And yes, there is something you can do. So feeling triggered by the noise somebody makes, whether that's snoring, whether it's one of the other trigger sounds, doesn't mean that you want to leave. I think sometimes we can add layers upon layers. You know, the guilt becomes a layer. Then we start the narrative of, oh, they'd be better off without me. They'd be better off with somebody who doesn't behave like this. And of course, this can put an awful lot of strain on your relationship. And what can you do? Well, in the next video, I'm just going to go through a few things that might be able to help. Of course, therapy can be very helpful, but you need to understand that it is not your fault, the way you're reacting, the way you're responding. Sometimes there are other factors at play, maybe without you realizing. Sometimes general stress can add to the mix. Other times there may be unspoken or unprocessed emotions, especially relating to your relationship. There could be a whole lot going on. And I'm going to cover that in my next video, so stay tuned. And if you would like to claim a free download from me, it's a recording entitled Safe Around Sound. Just pop your name in the comments and I will come back to you with your recording. Sorry, don't put your name. I think I'm getting confused about the platform now. If you would like to have your free recording, I have actually put a link in the comments where you can just click. That will take you to my website and then you can claim your recording. Okay, so I really hope that makes sense. It's very hot here today. I think the heat is getting to me. So I'll be back with more content tomorrow. Bye for now.